Hi, good morning, everybody. This is your host, Gurpreet Kaurman. I am a career coach. That is my expertise is in building six-figure careers. So thank you for tuning in. Today, my segment is all about how to determine your market rate, and I'm gonna actually drop some myths around this, things that you're doing wrong. First of all, I want to start off this segment to say I want to celebrate because I hit 61,000 followers. Well, I have 61,000 and 100 and something followers as of today. So thank you so much. Truly an honor. And if you didn't read my morning's post, it was all about I paid a heavy price to get these followers or by putting myself out there, which is hard to do. It's hard to put yourself out there. So I don't want anyone to think like it's easy because it's not easy when we start to put ourselves out there. But just always remember why you're doing it. Your why should be bigger than your fear or anyone trying to undermine you, bully you, harass you. So thank you so much. And I wouldn't be here today without you all the love and support that I always get from LinkedIn. So thank you so much for everybody that continuously support me. Thank you. Okay, so let's kick off the segment. But before I do that, as you always know, I always like to know who's watching, who's tuned in. So in the comment section below, right below in the comments, introduce yourself. Let me know where you're tuning in from. So we have Amrit. Amrit, welcome. Hello, good morning. Abdul, handshake. Okay, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Also, the reason I always ask people to, you know, drop in a comment who you are, what are you looking for, what's your expertise, because it's networking. You are by you writing comment below, engaging with my live, you are networking because this is what LinkedIn's all about, right? These social media platforms, regardless of where you're watching it, maybe you're watching it from YouTube, maybe you're live from Facebook or LinkedIn. So I'm live in all three platforms today. So maybe you are watching from any of these channels. And when you write comments, you're creating awareness about you. Others can meet you. So never be shy to say hello when you're tuning into anyone's live. Never be shy. Take this opportunity to introduce yourself. On LinkedIn, I just told you guys, I have so many followers, 61,000 followers and more, close to 30,000 connections. You want to capitalize on that. One of the fastest ways that you can land job opportunity is by engaging with others on this amazing platform. LinkedIn is a money making platform and you want to capitalize on it. So go nuts, guys. Go write those comments on this live on anywhere. Like it doesn't just have to be mine, it can be on anyone's LinkedIn. But definitely, there's 2730 people joined. I want to see 28 comments or 27. I want to see all those 27 comments, and I'm going to give every single one of you a shout out. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give every single person a shout out who writes a comment, but here's what I want you to do. Say your name, where you're located, and what are you an expert in? Okay? Who, like, maybe you're helping companies reduce cost by sorting out the finding right suppliers. So like write a little blurb on how here's your expertise and this is how you help companies with, right? So drop that, and whoever does this, I will give you a shout out, and I would tell all my followers and connections to reach out to you. Okay. So let's do this. Let's play a little game today. Good morning from New Jersey. We have California. I'm in California right now. Hardeep, where in California are you? I'm in Orange County. Hello, good morning, good afternoon from Toronto. Montreal, hello. Georgetown, hello. Hello. Oh, so many people are tuned in. Wow, thank you. Handling global supports for Lululemon. Wow, I like Lululemon. I buy some of their stuff. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so again, guys, get those comments coming. Here's what I want you to do: introduce who you are and what you help companies with, right? Or say, I'm an expert in, like I say openly, I'm an expert in building six-figure careers. I've been recently named top 15 LinkedIn experts in LA. So I proudly say I'm an expert on LinkedIn, helping coaches and consultants build six-figure coaching business through LinkedIn. So don't. So I want you to do the same thing. I want you to introduce who you are and what are you an expert in. Hello from Botswana. I hope I'm saying that wrong, right? Lululemon is handsome. Hey, Amar Veer, me, you gotta hook up some Lululemon in Sacramento. Oh, I have a couple of cousins that live in Sacramento. Paul from Canada, maintenance manager. Okay, so I'm gonna say this one more time because I see a lot of people are doing this wrong. People are just dropping their job titles, saying I'm like, for example, my name is Paul from Canada, maintenance manager. Here's what I want you to do, guys. This is free coaching right here. It's actually one of the exercises that I teach in my coaching program that's helped people. My clients have doubled their salaries, even tripled. My clients have increased their salaries 40K, 50K, 100K, and more, simply working with me. And one of the exercises is, and that's actually what I'm doing right now, is really tied into today's topic. I'm putting how to determine your market rate, which is putting a dollar value on you, right? So the first step is we need to figure out what you're an expert in. So I know everybody's conditioned to think that their expertise is their job title, or I'm a maintenance person. No, I'm a maintenance person, or I'm HR, or I'm IT, I'm a Java developer, front end developer, I'm supply chain. That is not your expertise. That's your domain. That's the area you work in, right? The field you're working in. But what are you an expert in? Right? So I'm still seeing people just dropping their job titles, right? So in order to determine what your dollar value or your market rate should be and what you should be asking for in salaries, the first step is to, well, what are you an expert in? Okay, so what's your expertise? Now, let me further define this. In order to be an expert, now, actually, let me take a step back. What are you an expert in? So one thing I want to clearly say transparently is your expertise isn't the number of years experience you have, what credentials you have, or the skills you have. That's not the areas of that's not what you're an expert in. These things are base, a foundation to getting you to become an expert, right? You need this, but that's not your expertise. So I'm an expert in building six-figure careers for career professionals by leveraging my proven science, sales by using. Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. Let me take a step back. So let me give you an example. Hi, my name is Gurpreet Mann. I'm a career coach and job search coach who is an expert in building six-figure careers. I help by my career. Oh, okay, now I'm getting tongue-tied. Okay, let me say this again. My name is Gurpreet Kaur Mann. I'm a career coach and a job search coach who is an expert in building six-figure careers by leveraging sales science psychology and helping my clients increase their salaries by 50 or 100K within 60 days or less. See what I did there? I'm telling you what I'm an expert in, how I get my clients to increase their salary. I'm leveraging sales, proven sales science, right? So my teachings, what I teach as a career coach in my coaching program, are backed by science, sales science. And it's a post I wrote yesterday too about, if you want to make more money, the number one skill you need is selling, sales, right? You need to know how to sell. And that's exactly why I'm doing this little exercises to show you. I want you to dig deeper, because we're so conditioned to just think I'm an expert in supply chain, I'm an expert in HR. So even HR, so this is where career niching. So I help people figure out their zone of genius. What are you an expert in? Okay, so for example, in HR, I did everything in HR, but my zone of genius, what I was actually an expert in, was attracting and retaining talent. See, look how I narrowed it down. And when we start to claim and position ourselves as experts, we can ask for more money. I've got great troubleshooting skills. Okay, so that's great that you got great troubleshooting skills. But when you're saying I got great troubleshooting skills, that's not what you're an expert in, right? But when we're saying statements like this, I am great at this, I'm great at this, the other person that's reading it, they don't know what that means. I don't know what you're great in troubleshooting at all, right? Also, so we want to get really clear on our message. So if you what you want to do is take time to sit there and ask yourself, well, what am I an expert in? So let's have an honest conversation right now. How many people actually know what their expertise is? And by the way, every single day you are using this expertise to help companies solve problems and make money every single day. Paralegal practicing in personal injury. Okay, so this person is paralegal practicing in personal injury. What this individual should be saying is, my expertise as a paralegal is I get you, let's say if she's working with the person who got injured in an accident, my expertise as a paralegal is I get you your money from your insurance companies. You deserve the composition, right? So further define, so it's clear what your next minute. Simply saying I'm a paralegal and I practice personal injury doesn't really tell anybody, especially when a reader's coming onto your LinkedIn profile or someone's reading your resume. That doesn't clearly state what you're an expert in, which is going to be the hook, right? When you clearly define what you're an expert in and who you're for, that's where the hook is. That's where you will be able to attract the right people to come and seek you, right? And that's where we can make more money. For example, a general surgeon is going to say, I'm a general surgeon, my expertise is general surgery. Neurosurgeon is not going to say, I'm a neurosurgeon. He or she's going to get very specific and say, I'm a neurosurgeon, here's my specialties, and this is what I can help you with, right? Now, a surgeon and a neurosurgeon, who makes more money? A neurosurgeon does. Family doctor and a specialist, right? So I was having this exact conversation with somebody. Family doctor and a specialist. Now, they're both doctors. They both had to go through the same training. The foundation training was the same, right? So the family doctor just stopped there and said, I'm just going to be a family doctor. The specialist decided after their medical school that, okay, I want to go into a particular niche, into a particular specialty. So I'm going to go into this. And then say it became a specialist, right? Now, surgeon, same thing. They go into the surgeon program. And then once they're in that program for, I think it's like 4 or 5 years, and then you can then further say, okay, do I want to stay as a surgeon or do I want to become a specialist? Maybe I want to be a neurosurgeon and then I'm going to go into that route. And then maybe I want to go further and become a specialist. When you are a specialist or an expert in something, that's where you can make more money, by the way. So the market rate, first step in determining your market rate is to first really get clear on what are you an expert in. And as I said, your and this is where a lot of people going wrong with market rate is that typically here's what everyone's doing. Typically people look on like pay scale or salary guides and say, okay, this is pay scale saying a market rate for this position is this, so that's what I'm going to ask for. Or I looked at salary guide and they said, okay, I have 5 years experience, so I'm going to ask, and they saying the market rate for someone with 5 years experience is 60K or 70K. But that's not your market rate. That's a general guideline, an estimate of if you have this many years experience and this skill and this credential, then this is what the going market rate is, right? And going market rate, but that's not your market rate. They're just giving you a guideline, a benchmark that you should not be asking for less than this, but more, yes, right? So here's where you can ask for more money. Okay, how to determine your market rate. You look at these scales and salary guides as a benchmark, as a tool, then you sit there. So remember, they're only giving you one half of the picture, right? One half the equation is, yes, your skills and your experience and your credentials matter. But what salary guides and pay scale can calculate is individualness, because each person is unique. Each person is unique. Your brain, your talents, your capabilities, your knowledge, the type of problems you can solve. You're a genius. You're a genius at something, right? You're gifted at something. No pay scale, no salary guide can calculate each person's brain capabilities, each person's knowledge capabilities, each person's capabilities, the types of problems they can solve, each person's expertise in an area. No salary calculator out there can even put a price tag, because this is unique to you. This is unique to each person. So when you are asked, before you go and look for a job, the first step you have to do is, well, what am I worth in terms of dollars? That is your rate, not the market rate. Your market rate isn't, I hear this so much, even when I'm doing, Zoom calls and free coaching on Zoom. I hear this all the time. My dollar value is, oh, the market rate is this, so that's my market rate. But I'm like, no, that's not your market rate. That's just a general guideline. They're just giving you a general rate, but that's not your rate, because your rate is based on what your brain is capable of doing, the problems you can solve, your talent. Everybody is gifted. What are your gifts? Your gifts are worth something, because guess what? You're bringing this every single day at work. Companies are utilizing your gifts, your capabilities of solving problems, the type of problems you can solve. No two people can do the same job. No two people have the same brain. No two people have the same gift. I'm a twin. Me and my sister are twins, identical twins. We're not the same. We don't have the same brain. We don't have the same talents. We don't have the same knowledge. General knowledge, sure, but I mean, like, as two individual human beings. My expertise is in this. Her expertise is in change management. Yeah, we have the same we went to same university. We have the same undergrad, but our talents are different. Our expertise and our capabilities are different. So no two people have the same capabilities. Hence, you can't go by the market rate based on pay scale or any salary guide. And if you are doing that, I'm sorry to say this, but you're getting underpaid. Number one reason why people get underpaid is simply because they're relying on market rates and going with that. And that's why you are underpaid and you don't even know it. Let me know if this is making sense in the comments. So that is the first step. Now tell me why you're an expert. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. I'm gonna read some of the stuff people were posting. Okay, I'm an IT infrastructure service and manage IT transformation projects for my clients. Great that you manage IT and IT transformation projects, but what are you an expert in? Hardeep, and what do you help companies with? So here's a perfect example. Now I'm probing you guys to think deeper, because when you think deeper, I'm gonna keep probing. And by the way, this is what I do with in my coaching program. This is the number reason, one of the main reasons why my clients in 60 days or less have increased their salaries like 40K, 50K, 100K, because I take them from the surface level that everybody's so used to. So if I'm going to read all the comments and show you how generic everybody sounds, how fluff everyone sounds, and this is why everybody tends to, not make top money in their career, is because we're not taught to think, okay, wait a minute, but what am I an expert in, right? How do companies benefit from me? How am I helping companies, right? So we want to dig deeper than that. This is your starting point. So every single person that's written a comment, first of all, thank you for writing and putting yourself out there. This is your starting point, and keep probing, keep probing, keep probing, keep probing. After you've written 10, 20, 30 statements, that's when you get to the heart of your soul knowing. And this method is actually proven by science. The first 10 things that come out of your mouth when someone's asking you a question, those are easy answers, but those are not your real answers. So keep going, keep going. Once you get to 20, 30, 40, that's when the real truth is going to start to emerge, and you're really going to figure out what are you an expert in. I'm a Salesforce consultant. I help business manage their customer relationships. Okay. So let's take this for example. Salesforce consultant that helps business manage their customer relationships. Well, why is that important? So let me probe now a little bit to help you. Well, why is it important that businesses manage their customer relationships? Why? Why is that important? There's and if you guys want to dig deeper, you can use the 5Y Toyota's 5Y strategy process. You guys can Google this. So, like Lillian, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I would use, that's what I just did with you, was, well, why is this important? Why is it important to manage, that businesses manage their customer relationships? Why is it important? Why? And then the next thing you say, ask the why again. Well, why is that important? That's Toyota 5 whys, right? You're asking 5 whys for each statement you're writing. So, okay, you're a realtor, Gurmeet, but what are you a realtor? What's your expertise as a real estate agent? Really, again, guys, this is what I'm doing with you guys right now, what I'm reading all these statements. This is coronation right here. This is one of the things I teach as a coach in my coaching program, is coronation, because that's where money is, guys. That's where you can capitalize and make more money. Not just make more money in your career. Guess what? Recession proof. When you start to coronation, really figure out what you're an expert in, and then we can go and position you. You'll never be out of a job. You'll never be looking for a job. My clients that worked with me, never out of a job. They make one time, they hire me and work with me in my coaching program. They're making one-time investment. Yes, it's an investment, guys. So 100%. Let me keep it real, transparent, because I always assume that people know when I say clients, that means they paid me. They're not my clients, and I did the work for free or coach them for free. I do charge for my coaching. So they paid and made an investment in them. When you hire a coach, it's an investment in you. Okay, just like look at all the top athletes, right? Like NHL, NFL, NBA. They are as good as those players are as good as their coaches. That's why all these professional leagues invest so much money in coaches. That's why all athletes invest so much money in coaches. But guess what? The coach is not doing the work for them. Coach is telling them what to do, right? Strategy. That's what a coach does. You still have to do the work. I get all these messages. Oh, okay, so are you going to write my resume for me? Are you going to go look for a job for me? That's not what a coach does. Coach is teaching you strategies to unlock what I'm just doing right now. That's what coaching is right now, where I'm saying, okay, well, I want you to do this now. Think deeper, do this, right? So coach uses their strategies, proven expertise to help you get results. How can I use your coaching in healthcare? I'm not sure what do you exactly mean, Bazim. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I don't know what exactly is your question. My coaching is for all career professionals, regardless of what industry you come from, regardless if you're in healthcare, regardless if you're in supply chain, regardless if you're in IT or HR. It works. My coaching works for every type of career professionals. My expertise is program and project management. Okay, so now you're saying your expertise is in program and project management, but again, that is an area, but that's not your expertise. Again, this is very general, saying my expertise is program and project management. Still, I don't know what that, I don't know what program is, but I know what project management is, but that doesn't tell me you're an expert in it, right? So really clearly define your expertise. We use 5 whys all the time for ring our RC is cool. I'm a low vision specialist in vision loss rehabilitation. Okay, great. Okay, so I have 10 more minutes. I'm going to open up the call for Q&A. Let me know if this really helped you. So let me recap how to determine your dollar rate, how to put a dollar value on you, and how to put a market rate. Your market rate isn't what pay scale is saying. It's not what salary guides are saying. That is not a true market rate. If you go by any pay scale or salary guides, then I can confidently say that you are lowballing yourself. You're underpaid. If you simply go by the market rate based on what Google is saying, your research is saying, pay scale is saying, then you are 100% underpaid. I'm going to say this one more time. If you have been asking companies, if you're asking companies to pay your salary based on what your market rate, which you determine by Google, by pay scale, or by salary guides or salary calculators, you are underpaid. Let me know in the comments if that's what you've been doing. If you're always just asking companies, when the companies ask what's your salary expectation and all your coding is the market rate, I want you to hear me one more last time. You are underpaid. Because your true market rate, your true dollar value isn't what the going rate based on pay scale or salary guides or salary calculators. It's actually, again, market rates and salary guides or salary calculators are only giving you half of the picture, half of the equation. What you have. So let's say it's saying 50K, that's just half. There's more that you can ask. More money. Why? Because your brain, your knowledge, your capabilities, the type of problems you can solve, your talents, your gifts, that's worth something. Every single day, you're solving problems at work. That's why we get hired, right? How are we solving problems? Our brain, right? Your number one superpower that is so unique to you is your brain, and your gifts, your talents. That's what you need to put money on. And that now, so let's say market rate is 50, but your talents, your brain, your type of problems you can solve you're like, imagine you're solving $1 million problems every single day at work. You're just gonna ask for 50K? You're just gonna ask for 50K if you're solving $1 million problems every day. You're saving companies millions of dollars, and you're just going to ask for 50K, right? Like now I'm getting a little bit deeper into kind of explaining the whole big picture, that you have to think in terms of the type of problems you're solving and how much are those problems worth. If those problems didn't get solved, what would happen? What would be the cost? How much would it be costing the company to not solve that problem? And by the way, you guys can all do this as a homework and exercise. Make a list of every single problem you've solved in your entire life, in your entire career. And then reverse it, and then also, well, how much money did it save the company, or how much money it produced by solving this problem? And third step is, if this problem didn't get solved, how much was it costing the company to be in this problem? So I hope this helps. That's what you need to do if you want to make more money, is you really need to start looking at how much what problems you're solving, how much are those problems worth, and how much it's costing companies money not to solve those problems. And when you solve those problems, what the outcome results in terms of money? What did it generate for company? Did it cost reduce, or did it produce more money, right? So now those that are interested in working with me, if you want to make more money, this is one small strategy that you need to start with. This is just one step, starting step. There's more steps we need to take, and that's what I'm an expert in, and that's what I teach in my career coaching program that I've been running successfully for 5+ years, that has successfully helped people double and even triple their salaries. I have clients that went from 52K to 130K, from 60K to 120K. I've helped so many people in 5 years increase their salaries. And it's like miracle magic, but it's really the magic of them paired with my teaching and my strategies, and we're together working and getting them more money. You want to make more money, you want to become a top earner in your career. I'm the best coach to work with, because unlike other coaches, I'm not teaching you cover letters and general resumes. I'm teaching you the science on selling, because that is the number one skill you need, is selling. If you want to become a top earner in your field, in your career, you need to learn selling. It's the number one skill that 90% of career professionals don't have. Actually, I'm going to go with 99%. Career professionals don't have the skill, because research shows there's only 1% of career professionals who are actually making top dollars in their career, who are actually getting high salaries, high six-figure salaries. I work with the 1% who want to do this. Who want to work with me? Message me right away, DM me, and I will happy to send you a link to my coaching program, walk you through the coaching program, what it's all about. So if you want to be the top earner in your career, I'm the coach to work with, because I use proven science selling psychology techniques to teach you how to do this. And I'm using science, guys. I'm not just teaching people how to write resumes. And that's why my clients are doubling and tripling their salaries in less than 60 days. It doesn't take that long to get more money in your career. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.